My son, I have waited for hours to say this to you, and heaven would not let me stay silent any longer. I couldn't hold back the weight on my heart because timing is important, not because I wasn't sure or because I was late. I saw you go through these hours without knowing what was planned for you. I saw your mind go crazy, your heart beat fast, and your spirit felt like something was close. There was no waiting in emptiness for this. This was waiting for a reason. Now is the time when being quiet would not be loving. For that reason, I'm talking to you right now in a direct, honest way. This is not a story, a rumor, or a joke. I'm not making things up to get your attention. There is no drama or metaphor in what I'm saying to make you feel something. It's real and close. Even if you can't explain it, you can feel how close they are. You could feel it in the way your heart has been tense, your mind keeps going back to the same questions, and peace has seemed just out of reach. That's because the truth is getting closer, and the truth is strong. That's not how I talk, my son. When I talk, it's because I think it's important enough to interrupt your day. They didn't believe me the first time I told them. Even though I spoke clearly, slowly, and gently, they still ignored it. It wasn't because the truth was weak. It was because they weren't ready to hear it. It's always been this way. People often don't believe what they're told until they see proof. I know what it's like to not be heard. I know what it's like to be ignored when you talk. And I know that you feel the same way. There have been times when you knew something deep down, but no one would listen. Where you saw what was going to happen, but no one believed you. I've seen you quietly carry that. I saw how it changed you. Hence the reason for my present address, when you are ready to hear it. The truth is now out in the open. Things that were hidden before are now not hidden. What was slowly taking shape is now visible enough to see. You can feel the change, even if you can't see it all yet. Something has gone from being planned to being revealed. This is different from all the other times you've been through this. This is clear. This is not far away. This is close. You won't just have another day tomorrow. Not like it's nothing. Don't think it will pass like the others. You can already feel the change coming in your spirit. Thoughts of reason and calm try to stay with you, but you can feel a seriousness setting in. You have a sense that something is about to become clear. Tomorrow won't be a day of chaos or shows. It has to do with understanding. It's about getting a full picture of things you couldn't see before. It's about how the truth can cross a line instead of force. There is now proof that changes everything, which is why you are seeing this. Sometimes proof doesn't look like what you expect it to. A clear picture that won't leave you alone is sometimes what it takes. It can happen when patterns start to make sense all of a sudden. It can happen when confirmation after confirmation lines up in a way that you can't ignore anymore. You didn't know it, but you've been collecting pieces. Moments, feelings, insights, and breaks. They are now coming together. There's proof there. You can't take it away once you see it. Do not ignore this chance. I mean that with love, not fear. Don't just brush it off as emotion. Do not tell yourself that this is just another message that will go away. If you don't believe this, you're not turning away from me. It means getting it. And when you offer understanding and don't take it, it leaves you with a deeper sense of emptiness than ignorance ever did. The next events will show that what I said was never empty. Not to prove a point, but because the truth always comes out at the right time. I know that some of you want to be careful. I know that a part of you wants to hold off on making a decision until you know more. You do this to avoid being let down. You now know that being careful is better than having hope. But listen to me, son. If you guard your heart too closely, you might keep life and pain out. This moment wants your attention, not your fear, your awareness, your panic, your honesty, or your perfectionism. Please pay close attention, my child. Don't think about what's going to happen next while you listen. You should listen with the part of you that knows this is important. What I've been waiting to say is about to become clear. It wasn't all at once or very loud, but it was clear. It will hit you because it will sound like something you felt for a long time, but never knew how to put into words. I waited because you would have missed it if you were in a hurry. I didn't say anything right away because it would have sounded like noise instead of the truth. I waited because I wanted you to be fully awake and aware when you got here. Waiting didn't cause a delay. The time you spent waiting was used to get ready, and now that time is over. You're not too late for this. You're on time. Right on time. Everything you've ever done. Every time you were confused, had a question, or had doubts, they all led you here. It doesn't mean the road was simple. It means there was a reason for it. And purpose is often only clear when it has been achieved. Don't be scared of what is becoming clear. Light doesn't come to make you look bad. It comes to set you free. It comes to clear things up. It comes to know instead of guessing. I'm not telling you something to scare you. I'm going to tell you something to calm you down. Type, men. I accept it, Lord. If you're ready for His blessing today, this is not a mistake. I'm not making this up. This is not something you found by accident. Your heart is ready to receive what your mind could not handle before, which is why you are here. You're here because the waiting has changed you in ways you didn't notice at the time. It has made you stronger and softer. Stay with me right now. My son, do not move too quickly. Don't move back. Allow what I say to sink in deeply. You won't have to worry about what comes next. Only being loyal. It's not perfect. Only be honest. Not strength, because you don't have it, but trust. Now is the time for me to say this, because you can hear it. What I've been waiting to say will soon speak for itself. Please wait for me to talk to you, my child. It's not that I forgot about you. Not because I was far away. For no reason that you were not important. It took me a while to wait, because love knows when to speak and when to be quiet. And heaven doesn't rush things that need to be taken slowly. I really want you to get this. Waiting was not being absent. Waiting was getting ready. You were getting better at hearing me now because of every quiet moment, unanswered question, and pause you thought meant I was gone. I know how hard it's been for you to wait. There were times when the silence hurt more than anything else. You were wondering why I hadn't talked to you sooner, why I hadn't helped you understand when you asked, and why I hadn't helped you feel better when you were tired. You wanted to know if I saw you, remembered you, and thought about you enough to ask me a question. I saw everything, my child. I could remember every tear. I kept track of every sleepless night. Silence was never for no reason. It was love. Heaven's patience is not the same as this world's. The world has to wait. There is no reason for heaven to wait. Love doesn't wait to hold back, but to protect. It's not that I don't want to say anything. It's just that if I did, it would have hurt you, confused you, or gone over your head without taking root. If you tell the truth before your heart is ready, it sounds like noise. When told at the right time, the truth becomes life. During the wait, I saw you grow. I saw parts of your heart soften where it used to be hard. I saw your questions get more in depth. I saw your strength change. Because there was no noise, you thought nothing was going on. But a lot was going on in the background. Getting ready can feel like waiting because it works behind the scenes. Before they sprout, seeds grow in the dark. I know that sometimes you felt like you were being ignored. I know you talked about how long you were waiting and how other people seemed to get answers faster. You didn't understand why their path seemed to move slowly while yours did. My child, being ready is more important than speed. I didn't forget about you. You were my choice. I was making you ready for something that needed depth, not speed. I had to hold back while I was waiting. Do you get that? There were times when I really wanted to talk. When I saw you struggling and wanted to help sooner, and I wished you could hear me out loud at that very moment. Love held back, though, because it knew you needed time to get used to hearing. There was something in the silence. The silence had a lot of meaning. I want you to know how deep this goes for me. I skipped waiting for the crowd. I was waiting for you. This moment wasn't just planned by chance. It was planned. The time is right for your heart, your story, and your journey. To me, you are not just another person. People know your name. Nobody else's life is like yours. You didn't waste time waiting. Some things could only be learned when it was quiet. Trust that isn't based on getting answers right away. Faith that doesn't need to be reassured all the time. Being strong means staying put when things don't look good. You can't rush these things. They need to be lived out. You lived them out even when you thought you were just getting through them. Maybe you thought the silence meant they didn't like what you said. It didn't. You might have thought it meant far away. It didn't. You might have thought no one remembered you. You weren't. What the silence meant, to keep you from hearing things you couldn't handle yet, I put up a wall. Some truths need to be told with care. To handle some words, your heart needs to be stretched enough to not break. I have been waiting to talk because you can now hear me without having to run, dismiss, or quickly turn away. It took time to train your heart to wait. It has learned to hear past background noise. It has learned to deal with pain without running away. That's getting ready. That's being ready. That's why this moment is real. Because you had to wait, I know that you sometimes felt alone. I know it made you question your own abilities. It made you wonder if you missed something or did something wrong. You didn't miss me, my child. I was always with you. I was there with you during all of this. I held you during all the quiet times. You were shaped by every prayer that was not answered. It wasn't a punishment to wait. It was for safety. You might have heard fear instead of love if I had talked earlier. Stress could have been heard instead of purpose. You may have struck a response instead of a reaction. Now that you understand what I'm saying, you don't have to be scared. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site. You are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give, and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose, join the conversation, and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today, join our community, and see what God brings back into your life. Please support our channel if you trust us and don't resist. The job we have is to make you happy and encourage your faith in God. You can donate to us through Super Thanks if you'd like to. You were chosen because you are ready, not because you are better than other people. I want you to feel chosen right now. You were chosen because your heart was ready. Picked because your story brought you here. No one else is around you while I talk to you. That's right. I'm talking to you directly and lovingly. Heaven is patient, but it's not passive. It is active self-control based on knowledge. Every second I waited, I worked behind the scenes to make sure the timing was right, to smooth out the edges, to get rid of any distractions, and to get you to a place where you could stop long enough to hear me. I know you want to wish I had talked to you sooner when you look back. I know you want to change some things in your story, but pay attention. There was no waste. There was a reason for even the painful waiting. It made room in you, room for the truth, room to trust, room for what I'm going to say. For now, there has been silence at this time, because now is the time for silence to make way for clarity without being too much. Now is the time for words to land instead of bouncing around. Right now, hearing can save your life instead of making things more confusing. That's why I had to wait. That's why I'm here right now. I want you to trust this truth. We will never forget you. You were never forgotten. There was never a mistake that made you late. For a moment that has weight, you were getting ready. A moment that needs your attention. Take a moment to honor the journey you've been on. Please understand why you had to wait now. Not all at once, but enough for them to believe I knew what I was doing. Enough to think that love was there, even though words weren't there. Enough to not be afraid of what comes next. I've been wanting to talk to you, child, and now you can hear me, because now what I say can make you different. Come stay with me. Allow the weight of waiting to go away. Give yourself time to understand. Now is not the end of the wait. That's the reason for it. My child, I want you to know why I haven't been able to talk yet. It's not that I didn't want to or wasn't sure. It's because timing is very important to the spirit. Words are more than just sounds. They have meaning. And readiness and weight must match up. Telling the truth too soon doesn't help. It makes sense. It's too much. It is ignored, misunderstood, or thrown away. I love you too much to waste truth on a heart that wasn't ready for it yet. There were times when you asked me to speak up faster. You said a prayer. You held out. There was a lot of noise in your need, but heaven seemed quiet. You thought silence meant no one was there. You thought that delay meant refusal. However, silence did not mean nothing, and waiting did not mean refusal. It was for safety. You might have heard fear instead of love if I had talked to you earlier. You could have responded instead of hearing. This could mean that you resisted instead of receiving. Timing has nothing to do with how well I can speak. It has to do with your hearing. The Spirit doesn't hear like our ears do. The Spirit hears when we give up. Be still, be humble, and be ready with experience, shaped readiness. Before, your heart was beating fast. It's not bad noise. It's noisy because of survival, worry, anger, and distraction. You were trying to stay afloat and keep everything together. That time, the truth would have sounded like a burden instead of a clear message. During those times, I watched you. I saw that your mind was going faster than your heart. I saw how quickly you looked for answers instead of giving yourself time to learn. If I had been more clear, you might have jumped to conclusions, misunderstood what I meant, or taken on more than you should have at this time. Love doesn't put heavy truth on weak ground. When the truth is told too soon, it's often defended against. It sounds like an accusation instead of an invitation. It feels more like pressure than a goal. That wasn't what I wanted for you. I didn't want you to hear me and get tougher instead of softer. Your heart should be open, not clenched. That's why I waited. Not just because I could. I got you ready while I waited. I put pressure on you to get ready, not to break you, but to slow you down. What you could no longer ignore became clear under pressure. It let you know what wasn't working. It showed you how weak you really are. It made you feel squished, stretched, and uneasy. What they did wasn't punishment. That was getting ready. Stress made room where comfort used to be. I got you ready through the chaos. Not confusion that was meant to throw you off for good, but confusion that took away false certainty. You didn't understand some things that you thought you did. The roots you were sure of stopped working. Answers that didn't seem very deep. That confusion hurt, but it had to happen. You lost control because of it. It taught you not to guess, but to listen. If you think you already know everything, the truth can't get in. I got you ready through the delay. For a while, you learned how to sit with unanswered questions without getting up and leaving. You learned patience that you didn't have before. It taught you to be strong. It taught you how to wait without being reassured all the time. These aren't little lessons. They are the base. Truth falls apart under the weight of expectation without them. You might have felt like those seasons were a waste of time. They weren't. They changed the way you hear. They made you feel better. They cleaned up the mess in your faith. And now that I speak, you're not looking for aid right away. What you're listening for is meaning. That's being ready. You wanted answers earlier to help you fix things. Now you want the truth to make your heart whole. The difference is important. Answers make things better. The truth changes people's lives. It wasn't that I didn't care that I wasn't giving answers. I was pointing you toward more than just answers. This is also this kid. Being honest comes with responsibility. You are changed when you hear well. Once you clearly see, you can't take it back. It was your job to listen, so I wouldn't say anything else until you were ready. Not responsibility as a load, but as a way to respond. You can now respond instead of fighting. There is less noise inside you now. Not empty, but on guard. Things that you couldn't fix have made you humble. Things you couldn't change have slowed you down. Being quiet is not a sign of weakness. It's getting ready. The way you stand lets the truth land softly instead of crashing loudly. Thoughts, thanks, Jesus, for showing me the way if He's been your light in the dark. Before now, I couldn't talk because you might have argued with me. You can now listen. You may have been able to negotiate earlier. You're now open. You may have been looking for holes earlier, but now you're looking for a way forward. Can you tell the difference? It's all about that difference. There were also a lot of voices around you that would have drowned me out. thoughts, expectations, other people's worries, and your own inner chatter. If the truth had been said in that setting, it would have been lost. I waited until those voices lost their power over you, and you cared more about what is right than what is comfortable or okay. It would have taken away from the depth of what I said if I had rushed. What I'm about to say needs to be taken in more deeply. To understand wait without fear, your heart needs to have been through a lot. You've been through enough. I know there were times when you were mad at me. Sometimes you asked me why I seemed slow. I kept those feelings in check. I didn't turn you down because of them. I got what they meant. Being patient out of love is not a requirement. Love builds trust over time, and your life experiences have led you to this place. Now when I talk, you don't just hear me as background noise. You're hearing me as direction, as meaning, as the real truth. That's why the time is now. My child's timing in the spirit is kindness. It is smart. It's care. The words I spoke might have been heard, but you wouldn't have understood what they meant. To understand, you need to be ready, and you don't just get ready, you have to work at it. Everything you went through got you ready for this. The pressure made you more aware. The chaos took away any false certainty. The wait taught you to be patient and humble. It was all used up. Everything was used for a reason. Now that you're not demanding control, you can clearly hear me when I talk. You're not in a hurry to get results. I'm not being asked to fit into your plan. You are hearing. That's why I couldn't talk until now. This is my turn to talk, because you can now receive without fear. You no longer have to twist the truth. You no longer have to fight it. You can let it change you. The reason for this is not that you became perfect. It's because you told the truth. Let this sink in, my child. I didn't wait because I was far away. I waited since I was almost there. I watched over you. It was me who made you. I was getting ready for a time when the truth would not be wasted, ignored, or misunderstood. Now is the time. And now I'm going to talk. They didn't believe me before, my child. I don't say this out of anger or spite. I only say it out of sadness and understanding. Truth has always been strong in this way. A lot of the time, it comes on quietly, before anyone is ready to accept it or the evidence is clear. We often ignore, doubt, or push it aside because of this. It's not false, but it asks too much of the heart too soon. I've seen this happen many times. When people speak words of love that are meant to help, protect, or prepare, those words are ignored because they don't fit with what people want to hear. It's not often that the truth comes out with proof. Not the eyes, but the heart, and hearts that aren't ready often turn away. When they didn't believe me, it wasn't because I wasn't telling the truth. It was because having faith requires being humble, and being humble costs a lot. To trust something you can't control and believe it to be true before proof shows up. In other words, it means giving up comfort. It means you're aware that you don't see everything yet. A lot of people don't want to do that. They wait. They are looking for signs. They are waiting to hear back. They're waiting for proof that makes them believe, instead of just letting them believe. As you wait, you feel sad, not because you're waiting to believe, but because so much could have been avoided if you had known the truth sooner. Not having to go through that pain. Ways that could have been fixed faster. People whose hearts could have been softened instead became hard because of disappointment. That sadness makes me feel sorry for them, not regret. I know that this sadness hits close to home for you, my child. You know what it's like to be honest and have people not believe you. You know what it's like to know something before anyone else, to have awareness that hasn't been proven yet. There have been times when people didn't understand what you meant by what you said or took your ideas seriously. People told you that you were thinking too much, making things up, and making a big deal out of nothing. You did that in a quiet way. I saw how that made you feel. How it made you doubt yourself, hesitate to speak, and learn to hide some of what you knew because it didn't seem important to share. You learned that being ahead of the curve can make you feel more alone than being behind it. You learned that telling people the truth without proof can make you look stupid, even if you are right. They didn't believe me before, and they won't believe you either. There is a bond between you that you may not have known about until now in that moment. You're not crazy for having these thoughts. You're not broken because you have knowledge that other people don't have yet. You were just early. Also, being early is often thought to be wrong. Truth is often judged by when it happened instead of what it is. It is thrown out if it comes too early. It's called obvious if it comes too late. It's not often taken seriously for what it is at the moment it's said. So many voices of truth are shut down before they can be heard because of this. It's not that they aren't clear, it's just that it takes time to understand them. I don't say this to make you angry. I want to heal a wound. When you felt like no one saw, heard, or believed you, a wound formed. A wound that made you wonder if you could trust what you were seeing. A wound that taught you to depend on silence more than words. I want you to know that I saw everything. I saw how you turned words down. I saw that you lowered your voice. I saw how you learned not to talk too soon to keep yourself safe. Being careful is smart, but it hurts when you're afraid of being turned down, which is another reason to be careful. I don't want you to have to live with that pain. You were wrong, but that doesn't mean no one believes you. It usually means that other people weren't ready. I didn't fight when they didn't believe me. I didn't make them. I didn't make them feel bad. There I was. The truth doesn't have to defend itself. It shows up in due time. In the end, evidence doesn't come to prove what is true. It comes to confirm what was already true. And when evidence shows up, belief often comes after, even if it's late. You've also felt that. Times when other people finally understood what you knew all along. There were times when I understood after the damage had been done. Some things that made people say, "Now I see." You thought to yourself, "I always did." It didn't make you proud to know that in peace. You were tired because knowing early means taking responsibility without being noticed. I want you to know that I respect that. I admire how you spoke the truth without getting praise. I admire how kind you were even when you were wrong. I respect that you didn't get angry and hurt yourself. You might have been able to. A lot of them do. You didn't, though. You held out even though it hurt. When people doubt you, it hurts. You can also get better at things. Being misunderstood took away your need to be liked. You learned how to listen better because of it. It taught you to value truth even if other people don't like it. Such refinement is hard to find. It got you ready for this moment. It didn't change the truth that they didn't believe me. It only made them take longer to notice it. It didn't change who you are when people didn't believe you. It only took longer for them to understand you. Waiting to believe shouldn't make you question what's real. When you believe something, it doesn't become true. It's true whether people believe it or not. I say this softly because I know how easy it is for sadness to turn inward. How doubt can creep in and make you think that maybe you were wrong. Maybe you made things up. It's possible that you shouldn't trust what you feel. I want to get rid of that whisper. That you are sensitive is not a flaw. It's a gift. It just grew up in a world that values proof over opinion. Truth is patient, so evidence will eventually show up. It doesn't try to prove itself right away. It waits until hearts are ready, or until things happen that make denial impossible. It can feel long and lonely to wait. That doesn't mean nothing is going on, though. It means that alignment is taking shape. Not only are signs showing up outside of you, but they are also showing up inside of you. To understand is to catch up on what you already knew. Where there was doubt before, there is now clarity. I want you to let go of the pain of not being believed as this happens. Do not bring it up in the next part. I'm not telling you to forget those times. You need to be able to see them well. They were not signs that the business had failed. They were signs of the right time. People were not yet ready to hear what you had to say. Now you're listening with your heart. Right now, there is a deep kindness. Kindness that makes wounds better. Kindness that tells you that you knew the right thing. Kindness that tells you that what you said wasn't stupid. Kindness that tells you they saw you. I saw you. I got you. I was with you every quiet moment when you didn't believe. Let your sadness soften you, not make you stronger, my child. Let it make you more compassionate, not less sure of yourself. You know what it's like to not be heard. This time, use what you know to listen more deeply. You know what it's like to have people doubt you. With that knowledge, you can trust what is being shown to you without fear. They didn't believe me before, and they might not have believed you either. But faith is not the way to find the truth. Things are coming to light now that it's time. Take comfort in that. Let the weight go up. You're not the only one going through this. You were never that. I want to talk to you about the proof you couldn't see, my child. Because it didn't look like what you were taught to expect. Not because it wasn't there or wasn't strong. You were looking for proof that could be weighed, counted, shown, or talked about. You were taught that things that are real must be loud, clear, and easy to see. That's not how the spirit works, though. A lot of the time, the strongest proofs are the quietest, and the most powerful confirmations happen where the eyes can't reach. You didn't think there was any proof because nothing major happened. There was no sudden progress. There was no loud sign that said, "Answer." But something was moving below the surface while you watched the top. Evidence was not being made up of spectacles, but of patterns, not in noise, but in playing over and over. Not in one big moment, but in a lot of small ones that came together and that you didn't know how to read yet. Remember how things started to change inside of you. How things that used to make you happy stopped working over time. The things that used to calm you down lost their power. How questions you used to ignore kept coming back to you. That proved something. In no way was it punishment. It proved what they said. Proof that your heart was growing tired of old answers. That your spirit was becoming aware of things that didn't work anymore. You were confused, but that didn't mean there wasn't any truth. It was the truth pushing against old ideas. When something real gets close to a life based on only partial understanding, confusion often comes first. When old frameworks can't hold new information, confusion sets in. This made you think that something was wrong. It meant something was going to change. I proved it by making changes inside you that were so small you couldn't explain them. A growing discomfort with pretending, a stronger need for meaning, and a weariness with temporary comfort. These weren't feelings. They proved what they said. Long before your mind could name it, your spirit knew what was true. As this awakening grows inside you, know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment, whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our Ko-Fi community. By doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself, Jesus says. This is not history, it is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. Right, amen. If you still believe what he said, my heart trusts you. Share this video too. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment, a place where divine abundance is not just a hope, but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided e-books and Bibles in the pinned comment. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry when Jesus says, "Give, and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall, share your heart, and as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now, join the family, and see your heavens open. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.